Yeah, Alex, you just wanted to expand on something else. I'm not quite sure what you were saying, but what do you want to clarify?
Well, if you're buying an annex, there's an elephant in the room that nobody wants to discuss. And that is that the person that you may be buying for the annex for is near the end of their life anyway, with years left to live rather than decades. So that makes it a very difficult decision, doesn't it? And one nobody really wants to discuss. But the truth is that in between placing the order for the annex that is going to improve your life because you're going to be close to your parents, or could be, in my case, it was my wife's auntie lived at the bottom of our garden for 7 years. But they could pass away.
Well, your auntie did, didn't she?
Yeah. And for us, my stepdaughters moved into the studio, so it carried on. It stayed in the garden. Yeah. But the case I wanted to highlight, we had a case in Coventry, not Coventry, in Kenilworth, where we agreed to build a studio. It was going to be an L shape. It was all booked in, ready to go. We even got planning permission because it was in an awkward position in the garden.
Right.
I didn't think he needed planning, but he wanted planning, so he went for planning and got it. But what happened is that we were going to be arriving on the Monday, and on the Thursday, 4 days before going, his father had a serious stroke, went into hospital, and never actually made it through the weekend.
Oh dear.
So he phoned me on the Thursday to say what the situation was. And it's horrible, isn't it? We, however, were able to say to him, look, don't worry about us, because this will all go back into the factory. It's not your studio, it's just components that make up the studio that you've chosen.
Yeah.
So we were able to send it all back into the factory, redistribute it back out onto other studios, and give him his £1,000 back. Because the last thing he wanted from us was us go, yeah, but you've ordered a studio with us. So we're aware of that. What we're supplying. You want to have the ability to, all bets are off, and
yeah,
it's going.
Well, again, else. I think that's extremely generous of you.
But what's the alternative? I don't want to be arguing with somebody whose dad's just had a stroke.
Yeah.
Or who's on death's door, or who has died. I don't want to be arguing with somebody, and I certainly don't want to be taken to court.
Yeah, they're going through enough stress with the bereavement without.
Yeah, so we've designed a building
that can cope with that situation.
Yeah, cope with that, because it's only happened once, but it's liable to happen, isn't it? If you're
It is, because the customer, as you say, the customers are older and probably not in as good health. So yeah, it is more likely. But yeah, it is a bit of an elephant in the room, isn't it, that nobody does want to talk about. But
I understand that nobody wants to talk about it, but if you watch the video, and you don't have to show it, but it's just nice to know that there's something else, something else that's taken care of, really.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.